What's up guys, Mixology Matt here, Korea's favorite mixologist, because today I'm tackling one of the most misunderstood spirits behind the bar, Soju. Everyone always thinks it's meant for shots, but it can work great in cocktails as well. Big shout out to Chum Churum for sponsoring today's video. I'm gonna show you my top 3 favorite Soju cocktails. Let's get it. One of the things I love about Chum Churum is their incredible Saerro line. These 3 bottles right here have 0 sugar. They're fantastic. The flavored ones are 20 out of 10. The Kiwi is brand new here in Ontario, so I highly recommend picking up a bottle while supplies last. This grape one does have sugar, but it's one of the OGs for a reason. And if you've never had Makgeolli, it's a Korean rice wine. So stay tuned to the end of the video, and I'm gonna show you my signature cocktail with Makgeolli. Are we ready to dabble with some Chum Churum? Let's go. My first cocktail is going to be a Saerro Kiwi Highball. We're starting with our Kiwi Saerro Soju, 2 ounces of our Kiwi Soju. Our next ingredient is going to be some freshly squeezed lime juice from my friends at Juice Concepts. 3/4 of an ounce of our freshly squeezed lime. One of my signature ingredients for today is a Perilla leaf cordial. This is going to really tie the whole thing together and offer a unique ingredient in our cocktail here. We're gonna do about 3/4 of an ounce of our Perilla leaf cordial. So now I'm gonna be adding in my ice by the ice chef, by bartenders for bartenders. In we go. We got that crystal clear ice. We're gonna top the whole thing off with our 1642 yuzu soda. We wanna go about 80–90% of the way. I'm gonna take my spoon and just give it a few dunks. I wanna lift that ice up a few times. For our garnish, we're gonna be using a Perilla leaf. This is what they look like. If you've ever been to Korean barbecue, I'm sure you've seen these before. And I'm just going to drop it into our glass and we just wanted to coat the edge and have it sticking out. And there you have it. That is our Saerro Kiwi Highball. Let's give it a taste. Ooh, I get the Perilla leaf. I get some citrus notes on the nose. Oh my God, that's money. This cocktail is fantastic. You get a lot of citrus with the lime and the yuzu. That Perilla leaf cordial adds a really nice vegetal green note. And that kiwi is just the icing on the cake. This is a fantastic cocktail, 20 out of 10. This next cocktail is gonna feature all 3 products from the Saerro line. I'm going a bit crazy on this one. I call it the Triple Crown. Out of all the Saerro products, I'm gonna lean heavily on the original one. This is gonna be the main backbone of our cocktail. I'm gonna do about 1.25 ounces for our cocktail. Up next, I'm gonna be using the Saerro Apricot. I had the chance to go to the grand release that happened last year. I absolutely love this apricot flavor, and the fact that it's 0 sugar is mind-blowing. We're gonna do about 3/4 of an ounce of our apricot. And the last of the 3, we have the kiwi, 1/2 ounce. We've got our soju blend in. Now it's time to add the rest of our ingredients. For our sour component, we have some freshly squeezed lemon juice from our friends at Juice Concepts. I'm gonna use 3/4 of an ounce of our freshly squeezed lemon here. For one of our main sweet components, I have a Korean green tea syrup. We're gonna add about 1/2 ounce of our syrup here. One of the last ingredients I'm gonna be highlighting is the mandarin tea marmalade. I had this stuff when I was in Jeju Island. My wife and I went on our honeymoon there. Absolutely fantastic citrus on that island. And this is kind of like my ode to Jeju by putting a little bar spoon into our cocktail here. So I'm only gonna take 1 bar spoon. This stuff is pretty strong, but it's gonna add a nice flavor. Our last ingredient is gonna be Miss Better Bitters Vegan Foamer, 1 full dasher. I'm gonna dry shake this one first. Because we have the marmalade and the foamer, I wanna make sure this incorporates properly. Dry shaking means shaking without ice. So we're gonna give this a few times. We're gonna add quite a few pieces of our ice here. Now it's time to double strain our cocktail. In our coupe glass, if you're noticing the dust on the outside, that is a dehydrated plum mixed with acai powder. And there you have it. That is my Triple Crown cocktail featuring the entire lineup of our Saerro line. Here we go. Ooh, I get the green tea right off the nose. Oh my God, that's a winner. Fantastic cocktail. The plum and the acai on the outside add a really nice earthy note here. This is an incredible cocktail, and because the soju is only max 16%, this is a nice low ABV cocktail you can make right at home. For our third and final cocktail, I'm doing a take on the Negroni Sbagliato. I call this one Clouds of Jeju. It's gonna feature the grape soju, the makgeolli. We're gonna get things started with our grape soju. We're gonna do 1.5 ounces of our muscat grape soju. Up next, I made my own white peppercorn infused dry vermouth. The white peppercorn is going to pair really nicely with the grape flavors in our cocktail. 3/4 ounce of our white peppercorn infused dry vermouth. Up next, we're going to use Dylan's gentian liqueur. It's going to add a nice herbal note and a slight touch of bitterness to round out our cocktail. 1/2 ounce of our Dylan's gentian. Of course, we are using crystal clear ice from my man, the ice chef. You want to get really high up. To add some dilution, I'm gonna stir this down just a little bit. Normally we would use a mixing glass, but today we are building this one in the glass, and I'll show you why in just a second. For our final ingredient, we have our grape makgeolli. Makgeolli is a rice wine. So makgeolli will always have sediment. What we need to do is, we're not gonna shake it, we're just gonna go up and down a few times before we need to use it. Always keep this in the fridge, best served chilled. I'm gonna measure out 2 ounces of our grape makgeolli, and I'm just gonna pour this right on top. And for our garnish, we've got some green grapes, and we're just gonna rest that right on top. And there you have it. That is our Clouds of Jeju cocktail. This is gonna be a really fun one. I can't wait to try this. Ooh, that grape flavor just punches right through. Oh, this is so good. It's very refreshing. The carbonation from the makgeolli really comes through. I really like this one. Again, low ABV. We don't have a ton of strong flavors, but the grape just really shines in this one. And there you have it. Those are my top 3 soju cocktails. I'm curious, have you ever used soju in a cocktail before? What's your favorite flavor? Let me know in the comments below. As always, I'm Mixology Matt. I don't make drinks, I make smiles, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Cheers.